Back down in the basement for update number 4. It's Wednesday, April 15th. Gonna give you a little update. There's been some changes to the grow setup, and I'm showing you these bags to show what I've put into the repotted pots. I transplanted all the peppers into bigger pots because those little green trays were maxed out. They were root bound, and actually some of the peppers started turning yellow, and that was an indication that the nutrient levels were getting low. So they needed bigger pots and bigger amounts of nutrients to suck on. So I'm showing you these bags. I have some. This is the big bin that I mixed everything in. We have some peat moss. I got a big bag out in my shed. Didn't need to bring that in. Some nice dry peat moss. Moisture control potting mix. Some big potting mix bag. Some vermiculite to help water retention as well. And some perlite that helps with drainage. And back here, some bone and blood meal. That has some slow release nitrogen and phosphorus in it. It helps with the root growth. Help the new transplants take off. So the mix was 10 parts potting mix, 1 part vermiculite and 1 part perlite, with a sprinkle of bone meal, and there's some peat moss mixed in there too. So when I dumped it all in this big bin, mixed it all around, and you should add water first before you put the transplants in, and you should have just enough moisture content that when you squeeze it, some moisture should come out. It's fairly moist. So mix that all around and put the new transplants in. I know you're dying to see them. This is the new setup. There are emergency blankets all around. I have maxed out the table. There's almost no more square footage of the table. And they are all doing well. I transplanted them Monday and Tuesday. Monday and yesterday. And they're all doing very well in their new homes. This setup I want it to maximize all the light. I didn't want any draining off the side. I don't need to light my wood pile. So any light that hits this wall will get reflected down into the plants. They are loving that. It's not a permanent setup. This wall is movable. I'll do that now so I can show you guys more in depth of the plants. I have this set up here. Bear with me. Might fall over. That's okay. It's just taped up top in 2 different places. One here, one over here. So I can drop the wall. Stick it there for now. Look at that. Easy access to all the healthy plants. The Nigajalokia purples are doing splendid, like always. They have a lot of little side shoots, or a lot of secondary leaves coming out of the notches. You can see that down in there. So that means they're getting enough light, and the plant has deemed it okay to stop growing upward. They can start growing outward and get to be bushier, make more branches, make more fruit. That's what we're aiming for. My total count for the Carolina Reapers, I have 2 Carolina Reapers, 2 chocolate Reapers, and two peach reapers. Where are they at? A new setup I'm not familiar with. There's the two peach reapers. They're doing really well. I traded some Apache peppers and a couple, not just one, 7-pot dragon's breath for some tomato plants to Cameron. We kept our social distancing, dropped it off at the bottom of the steps. I got a primo red tomato plant. Actually, I have 3 primo red tomato plants. They should perk up. I just got these this morning, so they're looking a little wilted right now, but they'll perk up once they hit the light. So you can see here, look how big these guys are getting. They definitely needed more space than those little green trays. You can see here, this is a good example of the yellowing of the leaves. That one was getting low on nutrients. But they're going really well. Follow along at home. It's too early yet, but I'm going to be planting beans, cucumbers. I think there's some spinach in there. I have some green onions out in the garden already. And just for fun, I'm growing some clovers. But we're on 7 minutes. That should be good enough for a little update. Next week, you should see a big difference in the growth now that they'll have a week to soak in all the new nutrients that's in here. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you next week.